They built 35 houses on my riverbank, uninvited, without a whisper of permission. The HOA rep, decked out in high-end fashion, stared me down and sneered. "This land's ours now, old man. Get over it." She thought I was just a frail retiree she could push around. She was dead wrong. My name's Thomas Reed, but folks call me Tom. I'm a retired hydraulic engineer, forced to hang up my tools when early-stage dementia started creeping in. Don't pity me, me mind might misplace where I parked my keys, but when it comes to dams and water flow, I'm sharp as ever. I didn't settle by the Clearwater River in Willow Creek, Oregon, in 2018 by chance. I designed the dam holding back millions of gallons for decades. And when someone tries to steal what's yours, sometimes the best response is letting nature take its course. It started on a crisp September morning in 2018. I was checking the dam's pressure gauges, a ritual I'd kept for 12 years, when my hands shook not from fear, but from the disease nibbling at my brain. I fumbled a valve, and water gushed, turning my garden into a swamp. "Damn it," I cursed, scrambling to recall the right control. My collie, Scout, trotted up with my notebook in his jaws, my handwritten lifeline, valve 2 for pressure release only. Relief hit me like a wave. "Good boy," I whispered. Scout's my guardian, sensing when my mind falters. Then a sleek gray SUV crunched up my driveway, out of place against the pines. Scout growled, a low rumble I'd never heard in his 6 years. A woman stepped out, Claire Morgan, all polished heels and corporate swagger, like she was appraising my land for a quick sale. "Mr. Reed," she said, her voice smooth but icy. "I'm Claire Morgan, daughter of Edward Morgan." That name punched me back 15 years. Edward Morgan. My son, Jacob, died in a crash tied to HEMA, hit and runs swept under the rug. Claire smirked, reading my shock. "You remember. Good. Saves me time." Her confession was chillingly casual. She'd been eyeing my riverfront for years, prime for development. My dementia diagnosis, leaked through medical channels, was her green light. "Nothing personal, Tom. Just business. Your son was collateral damage. People like you, scraping by on a pension, can't see the potential here. This river could house families, not just one fading old man." She sneered at my worn jacket. "When do you last update that?" "The 90s. Before I could blink, construction trucks roared in. Claire waved fake permits, claiming my land ended 50 feet from the river bogus compared to my 1965 deed, which granted me 200 feet of water rights. When I protested, she laughed, mocking my outdated deed and my memory. Bulldozers tore into my land, and my neighbor, Ellen Parker, a friend for 30 years, showed up with cookies and a patronizing tone. "Tom, these developers are helping flood victims. Embrace progress." Betrayed, I felt the walls closing in. That night, I scrawled in my notebook, "Claire Morgan equals enemy. Edward's daughter. Wants my river." My pen faltered, ink fading like my memory. In red ink, I rewrote it, rage steadying my hand. Over 3 weeks, 35 houses rose with eerie, speed-no utility trucks, no inspectors, just workers keeping bankers' hours. I drove to the county courthouse, navigating bureaucracy like a maze while my mind flickered. But my engineer's instincts kicked in, and my deed proved those houses sat illegally on my land. The city brushed me off, citing Claire's emergency permits and a 6-week review delay. Claire taunted me at City Hall, her BMW gleaming next to my rusty truck. Some folks cling to 1965, don't they? Progress waits for no one. I followed a fake resident to an apartment 20 miles away. Cornered, he spilled. $400 a day to pose as a homeowner for inspections. No real utilities, just generators and porta-potties. Claire's plan? Fake residency for 2 years to claim my land via squatters' rights. She visited daily, twisting the knife. Found any flood victims for your new neighbors, Tom? Oh, wait, you're more the lonely shack type. She even flashed photos of Jacob's wrecked car, hinting at her father's role. When I found pumps stealing my river water, the police called it a civil dispute. Ellen overheard Claire gloat. His brain's mush. We'll outlast him. She switched sides, becoming my spy, filming the fraud. The breaking point? Jacob's grave, defaced with forgotten like his father in red paint. Fury crystallized. A storm was forecast perfect cover. I planned a controlled flood to expose Claire's sham. At the dam, Scout by my side, I calculated flows with surgical precision. Claire's media circus, touting Morgan River homes, pushed me over the edge. Her speech painted me as a relic. Some lack the capacity for progress. That night in the dam's control room, I spoke to Jacob's photo. "This is for you, son." The valves were stubborn, but Scout fetched oil, and I broke them free, timing the release with the storm's peak. As I turned the final valve, Scout's frantic barks stopped me. Claire appeared, soaked, flashlight glaring. "Step away, Tom. You'll ruin my $10 million. Her mask fell, revealing raw classism. "You're no thing a broke old man who can't remember his name." She lunged, but the water roared free. By dawn, the river had dropped 6 feet, exposing pumps, fake walls, and my boundary markers. Claire's empire crumbled as Ellen live-streamed her muddy meltdown. "You'll pay for this." I smiled. "Sue me for using my dam? I've got 40 years of permits." The internet erupted, confessions poured out, and Claire was arrested for fraud, theft, and environmental crimes. But across the river, I saw workers in her company's uniforms. My hands shook. Was it not over? Ellen and I investigated, finding an EPA cleanup crew restoring the wetlands. The FBI later uncovered Claire's nationwide scam, targeting elderly landowners like me, with $150 million in attempted thefts. My testimony, backed by meticulous notes, crushed her defense. She got 20 years, her assets seized, my river protected forever. I trained a young engineer, Mia Evans, to carry on, knowing my memory might fade. On River Justice Day in 2019, the community celebrated, and I told a filmmaker, "Regret? Only not flooding sooner." Justice, like water, finds its level. As dusk fell, Scout barked again. Something glinted across the river, a new threat. What was lurking out there? Could Claire's Phase 2 be more than a delusion? What would you do if someone tried to steal your legacy? Comment below, like, and subscribe for more stories of everyday heroes fighting back.